items A, B, D, H, I, L, N, that's it. All right.
I have a motion on the floor to approve of the property and supply A, B, D, H, I, L, and M. Do I have a second?
Second, Dwayne Sullivan.
In the form of a motion, we recommend approval.
That's me.
That's you, sorry.
I have a motion and approval
Jumping the gun.
of A, B, D, H, I, L, and M. Is there any discussion on those limited items?
Yeah, I have some discussion.
On just those?
Yeah, just those.
Why did you pull the ones that we?
Well, I was gonna just let it all go together. It was just a basic question
Okay.
on two items. I didn't want to separate it for that reason, to vote on separately. On D, the food service, RFP, what happens, Tom?
Oh, wait, you, oh, D, okay, go ahead.
D, yeah. What happens, Tom, if we no longer have a food service coordinator? I mean, would it go back to a business administrator because it's written in a contract that's specifically food service coordinator?
Yeah, so we would have to just update our application within the PAIRS site, which is our food service site for the state, that says this person now has oversight. This is a simple name change that just has to be submitted to the state.
So it can be done?
Yes.
And maybe Carl or Brian or Jeannie could answer this. On L, what I read what they're trying to change. Was there something wrong with the collective bargaining agreement initially?
No. Yeah, Tim.
Oh, Tim, okay, that's fine.
Sullivan, sure. We just had a practice that we ran into that we've normally addressed in a certain way, and we wanted to make sure that we had language that was clear between the teachers and the administration. And the CBA MOU provides that clarification for both parties.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
That's all I wanted. Okay.
Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
All right. In the form of a motion, recommend approval C.
In the form of a motion, letter C has been approved. Do I have a second?
Second, Dwayne Sullivan.
All right, I pulled it. I just wanted to say a thank you to the family, because who can better discuss this one?
I can. We received a request from the deceased to create a scholarship in her name. And since the board provides scholarship opportunities through our Thunderbolt Foundation, we contacted Mrs. Becker, and we are allowing Mrs. Becker and the Thunderbolt Foundation to be able to take the lead on that. But it is 36% of her whole estate. So we thank her and her family.
Yes. And also, anybody else wants to remember us as well, we will take it.
Absolutely.
We're not selfish here. But thank you to that family. I hope they hear it. I hope it gets out there somehow. And I appreciate it. And some future Little Stonian will be the recipient of that scholarship. So. All right, we've got a first and a second. Any further discussion on C? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval of E.
I have a motion to approve letter E concerning the tax collector compensation resolution effective January 1st, 2026. Do I have a second?
Second, Dwayne Sullivan.
Okay. Dwayne, I think you asked for this to be pulled, so I'll just ask you what your question is.
So I asked for E before
I
I thought that was what you asked to be pulled.
No, I didn't pull it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
I
sorry.
don't know, maybe I did pull it. Maybe I did.
Yeah, you said E.
Okay. I want a roll call on that one. If I can. Oh, yeah. 'Cause it's but I thought you asked for it too.
Discussion, Carl?
Oh, yes, any discussion? We're still in discussion.
I mean, do you have any discussion?
I have no discussion, I just was gonna say roll call on that one. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Carrie, would you mind?
Nick Lovell.
Brain freeze.
All right, Jeannie Ewen.
Yes.
Janelle Ressler.
Yes.
Wayne Sullivan.
Yes.
Carl Thompson.
Yes.
Stephen Yurger.
Yes.
Danielle Brenneman.
Yes.
Mary's not here. Brian Boyer.
Yes.
All right.
All right, thank you. Sorry, motion carries.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval of the approval of the planned maintenance and program of Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment Ltd.
I have a motion to approve letter F. Do I have a second?
Second, Brian Ware.
Thank you. Any discussion, the letter F?
Question I had on this contract, was it bid out?
For Mid-Atlantic,
Mm-hmm.
we use them frequently for our planned maintenance. So this would be under the threshold needed for additional quotations in that manner.
Right.
So that would be it, but no, this would be the best, this would be an option if we chose to pursue.
Okay, I just wanted to know if there's any bid. That's fine, I understand it's under the. That's it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval G of technology consulting services with Quinn. How do you say this?
Austin. Just like the donut. I have a motion to approve Mr. Fosnug for technology consultant services. Do I have a second?
Second, Janelle Ressler.
Okay. Discussion.
I singled this out because I really wanted to have a separate vote on it, if you don't mind.
Sure. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Yep.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval of J of LIU General Operations Budget Resolution.
I have a motion to approve letter J of the LIU General Operation Budget Resolution. Do I have a second?
Steve, you have a second?
Okay. That had to be a roll call vote anyway.
No, you can't second.
Oh.
No.
I'll second.
All right, I didn't need, all right. Yeah, it's gotta be a roll call vote anyway, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so, yes or no?
Trying to be too.
Jeannie Ewen.
Yes.
Janelle Ressler.
Yes.
Wayne Sullivan.
Yes.
Carl Thompson.
Yes.
Stephen Yurger.
Yes.
Danielle Brenneman.
Yes.
Mary's not here. Brian Boyer.
Aye.
Lovell.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, motion carries.
Okay. Items
Okay.
N 1 through 7 is noted.
Now you gotta do K.
Yeah.
K, oh, sorry, K, here we go. In the form of a motion, recommend approval of K to renew the water treatment agreement with Guardian CSC.
Motion on the floor to approve the water treatment services of Guardian CSC. Do I have a second?
Second, Brian Ware.
Discussion.
Tom, in the contract, it says 3 facilities.
Yes, it would be the 3 buildings.
Yeah, and the problem I have with that, and I just want to extend on, is it says it's extended automatically. So what happens then?
So the terms might say that, but it is a yearly contract, so we would.
Are we gonna reapprove it every year?
Yes. it would be
Okay, so it's not really automatic like it
Correct.
says.
Correct.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now you get to say it again.
Yeah, now I get to say it. Items N 1 through 7 is noted. End of report.
All right, on to personnel, does anyone have any personnel agenda items that you would like to be pulled and voted on separately?
I like to pull that.
What was that?
Which one?
F.
F.
I'm going to pull A, does anybody else have anything?
Carl, do I have to pull G just to make a comment on it? Or yours?
motion, recommend approval of personnel items B, C, D, E, G, and H.
Say those again.
B, C, D, E, G, and H.
Okay, thank you. Seems to- I have a motion on the floor to approve B, C, D, E, G, and H. Do I have a second?
Steve Yerger, second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on B, C, D, E, G, and H, other than the leave of absence is backdated and controversial? But not controversial for bad reason, controversial because they're taking leave of absence without pay. So, and it is backdated.
For B, thank you for those people who do stay later. I really appreciate that. I know I struggled in my younger years with math, and I needed tutored until I got called up. I have another child the same way. So I appreciate the teachers that stayed for that extra time and help out. I know it really helped me and my kid, and I know it helps other students. Thanks. Thank you.
And Brian, I want to back that up by saying I support everything you just said. I agree with you. Thank you for saying that.
Sure.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
So in the form of a motion, recommend approval of item A, the staff hires of Michael Kale, Brady McClintock, Isaiah Rosado, and Jacob Gilly.
I have a motion on the floor to approve Michael Kale, Isaac Rosado, Jacob Gilly, and Brady McClintock. Do I have a second?
Second, Janelle Ressler.
We pulled this one because one of our hires is here, Brady McClintock, our first grade teacher. It's going to start with us. Mr. Moran, if you want to introduce him, and if Brady would introduce himself to the board.
Sure. Just on behalf of Outway, Mr. McClintock, Brady, come on up. We exhausted our search here this year to try to find a new addition to our Elwood Creek team, and we're so happy that Brady's a part of being a Thunderbolt. I'll allow him to share a little bit about his background, where he's currently at, his historical piece, a little bit of connections with the community, and then talk on to apply for us here today. So,
Good evening, board members. Thank you for your time. My name is Brady McClintock. I'm from Littlestown. I grew up here. While I was not involved in the school as a student for my entire educational career, I played football here. I graduated here as a football player. I attended Lycoming College, where I attained a degree in psychology and certification in education. About 2 years ago, I started my teaching journey, unfortunately, as a Nighthawk. But I stand here before you today, very excited to become a full-time Thunderbolt, as I'm also on the coaching staff for the football
I
team.
hope the principal doesn't listen to this.
Very grateful Nighthawk opportunity. But I'm also very grateful for Dr. Mitzel and Mr. Moran for giving me this opportunity. And like I said, I'm very excited to be a full-time Thunderbolt once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, I have a comment. Thank you for hiring a man in the primary school. We need more men in primary education. We do. And I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say that Brady is one of 2 of the 4 hires that are from Littlestown. Mr. Jacob Gilly is also a graduate and is also a football alumni, so maybe we can grade into that football team too. So when 50% of your alumni, or 50% of your hires one night are from the same school district, that's nice. So thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor of the 4 hires signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, motion carries.
In the form of a motion, recommend approval of item F, the contract with Elevate Mind for substitute staff.
I have a motion on the floor for letter F, Elevate Mind for substitute staffing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion.
I have, Carolyn, if you don't mind, you said you would have some other quotes for us.
Well, I did, because
executive session and talk about, the other personnel that this goes back to ARPA.
If it's a personnel concern about a specific person, it can't be related to in general personnel. It needs to be a specific who it would affect. Do you have someone specifically in mind? No, an individual. You don't have to give the name here, but if you have an individual that it would affect,
Yeah.
then I think you could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. One of the executive session permissible reasons is terms and conditions of employment of a specific agency.
Fine. Let's see if there's any other discussion, and then we'll break for an executive session for that purpose.
Carl, I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you for your research, Ellen. Normally, we like to see comparison, just so we can kind of have a good decision. And it seems like this is so specific and so unique, but yet it's a company that provides the service. And there's probably other districts and other that have the same situation, have maternity leave, have this unique need that comes out of nowhere almost. Is there any way we can compare?
I don't know who else, I mean, we are the only ones in Adams County that have a licensed therapist to do this type of work. I know others, other schools have a team like we have, a level up team that provides mental health therapy to students. I don't know where else to go. It's just very centered and very focused, and coming up with somebody for 8 weeks, it's just, they're like, Carolyn, I can't hire anybody, I can't move schedules around.
I think the big hurdle for me, not to interrupt, I don't understand the answer to your question, but what is the amount of money a day? That's just a lot of money.
Well, unfortunately, I don't disagree with you. If we don't do this, it puts a big burden on the counselors, because these students are high-need students, and they take a lot of time. It's not just come down and talk to a counselor for 5 minutes. This is down and talk for an hour. It's 2 days a week. It's about 21 students, half a day at the middle school, half a day at the elementary school, and the rest of the time at the high school.
So what would that per day cost be?
$686 per day. Went down from $715, went down $29.
Yes, don't think that we don't appreciate it,
No.
getting somebody down. So, yeah, no matter what happens, we appreciate that.
So, Carolyn, last week you indicated that you have so did something change between last week and this week?
No, it's just I call them and they can't do it.
Okay.
I call around and nobody can do it.
So that was
That's,
the first
I
contact
keep
that was
calling,
made with them?
nobody.
Well, I think the issue is we asked you
Give
on
me the
December
answers.
9th, and
Pardon?
we asked you on December 9th, and you're saying you just called them.
No, not I just call, I'm just starting to get responses back. I call, leave a message, nobody calls back. The holidays, this, and this. I'll get back to you, Carolyn, I'm waiting, I'm seeing. So I wait and see, and I call them back, and I don't get responses, and nothing else.
Because last week you said that you were gonna call them.
I followed up on people that I all called with.
Is this unique to your industry, that type of lack of response because of circumstances, or, I'm just trying to understand.
I
the industry.
understand that the people don't have people to cover in this field. So, for example, True North has to do virtual, because they don't have anybody to come in person. They, or they don't have licensed people, or they just don't have licensed people.
It's not the subject. It's just
I
how
know, I
we're going
understand.
about it and
I
trying to
understand.
figure out how to compare apples with oranges to make good fiscal decisions, because that's a lot of money.
I understand.
And when the maternity comes up, you've got 9 months' notice, right? 6 or 7.
Well, this is a field that I know is dying as far as getting people there used to be a lot more establishments that I know of, and, you know, coming into Baltimore, you have several locations, and very few of them do this anymore. That's one of the things I happen to know, so.
So basically, this is it, and this is the money gonna be spent, and we're just gonna do it.
It's either that, or we're still gonna do your executive session. It's either that, or don't do it at all, and then the students don't get anything. So, these yours? Okay, this time we're gonna take a momentary recess for